Luo can't actually walk himself down there solo. He can trap him on the corner, and that's exactly the position he's in. Luo's got no way out. Vega will be taking first blood for a simple rotation from Shadow Demon. He came up to the stairwell and blocked that one hero. But that's one rocket barrage to slave the Light Striker rate.
Oh,
basically kill off the Doom.
Solo's walking around. And Luo has no score drift up.
Might be a little bit more worried about bottom lane, however. Mag just gets popped with that Stormbolt. With the Warcry, they had movement speed to get him, but you are right, top lane. This is where Luo ends up dying. And they don't even need Pasha to be here, but in fact, yeah, they didn't even use Rocket Barrage. It's an easy kill in for the Shadow Demon.
I think, but now Chuan dewarding this top. I'm pretty sure that Vega saw him play some Zerva ward up as well.
Yeah, Seema might let him punish him. He's coming in with the illusion runes, but actually instead it's the SD who's having the fun up on top lane. Luo, he's got captured as well as disruption, and with the Light Striker rate connecting, there's a perfect rotation in there from Lina. They've got the illusions to ensure they can get back past the tower, and in fact the creep wave comes in too.
But this area has been blind for like
Mid. That's a three-man smoke moving down past the Radiant Ancients, and Chuan, he feels it too because there's no one up on top lane. The Dire Observer Ward also knows that IG's not there, but he's actually protecting up against Rabbit. That's a big pickup. It's going to get the False Punish. No, it doesn't even set up on Pasha, but then with that Stormbolt doing some work, it's not enough. Rabbit actually walks back into the Rocket Barrage. They'll Doom over on the Gyro. Now Solo's going to burn down to the feet. Well, yep, there it is. Just that slide of fist to do the work from the Ember Spirit. Pasha, he's got no one to help out of here, so Doom will find the last hit there. The Scorched Earth was actually burning through the SD, so it ends up being a 2-for-2 trade-off. You trade just Ven and your Rubik for the Gyro as well as the SD.
Yeah, not bad. Ideally, they would have just, if he had used it before he got in perks, he would have been able to get the kill. But he has to be careful not to use his Flame Guard too early.
Oh, no, this could be the perfect time. He's coming up and actually going to have the smoke broken. Chuan's here to throw back that Queen of Pain. He was babysitting the blinking forward from no one. He actually connects on Sven. He had the Mask of Madness up, and that's why the bonus damage. But really, with a double kill coming in, Rubik and Sven, and they find this stack. They can't clean. Actually, Seema can do a little bit of it, but not much more. He doesn't have fiery soul levels up, and Ferrari's making his way over. At the same time, Pasha wants to keep the fight going. Very isolated. The Seal will come in, and Ferrari just goes to work with the Mystic Flare. No one. He's got no more burst damage. That screams on cooldown. Ferrari's going to Spirit away. Lacuna Blade comes out from Seema, and he connects with a Slave. Down the hill, far away, including the hook shot from no one. Blinks forward to join Mag, and it's 9-4. Vega, they're going so deep for these kills. I wonder if they can get out of it safely, because Rabbit comes in, the double stun, looking for the cleave damage. They get the telekinesis, which will buy him a little bit more time. However, with that disruption, Solo at least ensures he won't die to Rabbit, but he'll still die to that Doombringer. So they don't get out scot-free.
The Mask of Madness build is super risky by Rabbit.
It's sort of a greed build. Pasha's in a lot of trouble. However, the Searing Chains from Ferrari is not going to hit. The Doom and the Mystic Flare, however, ripping through Pasha. There is a possibility for a Denali from Solo, and that's why he starts up with Disruption. They'll have to tag him straight away, but Doom already finds the kill. They move over to Solo, and they've actually got the stuns from the Golems inside Luo. That's why he had a little bit more extra control, but unfortunately for Luo, he is very much stranded. Laguna Blade, 4 poison stacks as well from Solo, and they will ensure the kill on the Doom. But it's a Gyro for a Doombringer. Doom's not as low as I thought he was, but still, not the greatest trade in the world.
And Chuan getting picked up by the Queen of Pain here.
Yeah, up on top. The Rocket Wall flying in just to help out. Nothing like a haste room for a Queen of Pain.
King Jace has had some really good silences on Clockwork, both on that top fight and the bottom fight.
It was Blitz who was saying, like, you just jump in, you get your Doom off, and maybe you probably won't get back out again. But he has a presence afterwards, and now here they go again, over to the Gyrocopter. Your first stun, Disruption from Solo will buy a little bit more time. Light Striker Ray stops Rabbit from attacking, and in comes no one. A huge Sonic Wave hitting again with that Mask of Madness turned on, and Doom, well, you can have multiple versions of him again, but Pasha will mop it up this time around. And there's 2 cores down for IG and Vega, sacrificing absolutely nothing of value.
And Sven has just so much as you can with the Hand of Midas and take as much damage as you can with the mech.
Get out of there, Rabbit. No one. He's ready to jump. Chuan's also here. Now the Doombringer hasn't arrived in time, and Mag! That's a second time today. A recent change that came out in the patch. You can't hookshot through catapults anymore, and then Chuan shows them how to do it. Hookshots up to Seema, isolating the Lina. They find the pickoff, and not just that, Ferrari's in deep here with Luo, but the Sonic Wave obliterates the Ember Spirit, and they have to get back out of here. The Warcry is going to help out Luo with a high amount of movement speed from this one. No one's going to try and remove it with that Shadow Strike, and he'll just TP out. Battery Assault can Mag in range. They have the disruption from Solo. That'll do the work. Isolating Luo, pushing him back with the cogs, and be a double kill coming out for the Queen of Pain.
Wow, the Shadow Demon is just crushing Ember Spirit. Like, he can't escape. As soon as he gets purged, and Quap now has her BKB, so now it's going to be increasingly difficult. But IG with incredibly good game sense, dodging a couple of these smoke and 5-man movements from Vega.
Apart from Luo. Luo has a wish to die.
I mean, he's in a really good position.
Hook shot's going to come out, and, well, this should be a very quick and easy kill. Luo's still got that mech, so he's not as easy as you'd think it would be. And they do have to stick around a little bit longer for all of this, and IG are happy not to fight that, because in the meantime, Ferrari, he forces out the tier 2 fortification and did a lot of damage, got a lot of farm up here. And Solo, well, he comes up here, but he'll just force him back. But it's the middle lane where they're attacking forward. The seal's on Mag, he can't cogs and keep IG back, but IG can't run fast enough to catch up to him as well.
That's still really good for IG. They lost the hero, but
come back to the mid. So you already have Rabbit TPing into to defend.
They know Gyro's very vulnerable when he goes to the Ancients, though. He doesn't have any sustain.
Here they go. Masked Madness jump in, but the BKB will trigger up. Solo trying to make it difficult for Rabbit to finish off this job on Pasha. The Sonic Wave will connect, but Rabbit taking very minimal damage. And with the Slider Fist also connecting in Mag, the Mystic Flare, King J almost kills himself, but not quite enough. You do actually have the jump forward. No one doomed up for the moment. The Slider Fist, he dodges the Laguna Blade. Damn, Ferrari so good on that hero. It's a double kill for King J. Queen of Pain just ticks out from the Doom, and Solo, the last man standing, is about to end up he will go down. Glimmer Cape will not save him. He'll end up popping an IG wipe Vega, and all they lose is the Doombringer, which they've shown time and time again they're happy to let die. Actually, they did lose the Skywrath Mage as well. Looks like the poison ticked him out.
The mobility from the Ember Spirit is crushing Vega right now. They're forced into these bad spots where, okay, well, if we don't push it, they're just gonna split push us. They'll take, you know, Mag's hook shot, the Cog, and he didn't even get his mech off, but at least he got his Doom off on a very high priority target. The Queen of Pain and Ember cleans up, and of course, Rabbit finally with his blink that can actually do something in the fight.
Ferrari battling up against Seema. He dodged the initiation. The hook shot from Mag can't control him. Ferrari takes the kill. He had a double damage rune. And it was the Yule Scepter initiation that attempted once again, and failing once again. Slider Fist inflicted a large amount of damage to that Lina, and now also Solo. He'll purge Ferrari in return, and Ferrari's just staring him down. It's like, well, okay, you've just used Purge. Don't have Flame Guard. 2 poison stacks there, but Ferrari, Slider Fist Searing Chain Solo, it's not enough to tick out the Glimmer Cape. Protection again, Ferrari. I hope you go Defensive Spirit, or else this is just a interesting choice.
He does have a Remnant. I don't know. Really good job of limiting the farm of Vega.
Solo stab. This is actually quite big because he got the gem. So they just fling forward. He's actually able to pet the Glimmer Cape off in time, but it won't save him to get the gem up. And now as Ferrari gets bursted down, Laguna Blade and Sonic Wave being committed, but Laguna Blade stolen by Chuan and used against the Lina. Into a 2-on-1 trade-off, and Mag didn't really want to be here. He might have the blade mail up, but Rabbit just used his BKB. Needs to finish this job, however. The Scorched Earth will actually do the work. There's 3 kills going the way of IG. They do lose Ferrari very quickly, but you saw the commitment. You said the commitment as well. Like, how much was it going to be? Was Aghanim's burst? Sonic Wave go, and then there's nothing left.
Yeah, she had to build BKB, so her Sonic Wave doesn't do that much, and Lina has been kept down, so her Ags is
here they come. Slider Fist Searing Chains, but all of Vega's right behind. Laguna Blade was still there from Chuan, pumping it into that Gyrocopter, but Pasha back to World Living, still gets the call down out, but Luo on the front lines, he's got Doom available. Hasn't really decided on a target just yet, and now no one's moved forward, but Luo is stunned up on the back lines. It just spreads out to a very, very weird kind of fight. Ferrari wants to come back in again as the Doom up in the air. Now he gets the Doom over on that Queen of Pain. Defensive disruption will buy a little bit of time, but it won't stop no one from dying here, especially when Chuan's on the front lines with the Scream, inflicting the damage into Vega. A 3-on-2 trade-off is what we've had. There's also the numbers that's left for the fight. 22-22, just scrapping it out in the mid lane.
Without a BKB pop from Rabbit.
Further back into the lane. Waste more time now of Vega.
And notice how they're positioning is they have the big strength heroes out in front, so that if they approach
Speaking
from the top,
of that,
or
look at Luo. He just walks in. He's going to reveal everything. Gets the BKB off with a Slider Fist as well. The initial damage into Quap is so big, and with the Laguna Blade, it doesn't even do any kind of real damage. They lose their Queen of Pain. Pasha's BKB is about to wear off in a moment, and Luo just keeps charging down there. Man gets Isa. It's Ferrari who's getting just beaten down by Seema with a Slider Fist with the TD. Does all the work they want to. This is a complete wipe right now in favor of IG. Ferrari's the last man battling up against Seema. The Slider Fist and just slices him in two. Vega lose everything and take nothing from IG.
We talked a lot about how Doom was a pretty good pick and probably underpicked, and I think this game really from heroes that you traditionally just see people blow up in half a second.
Well, Vega are going to try it again. Mag Doesn't find the line for the hook shot. Rabbit and Chuan are still here, so he's going to rock to get the vision, and then he'll realize that Luo's, look at that armor. You've actually got plus 29 over on that Doombringer, who runs forward. Doom's over on Pasha. Mag trying to force up himself down to the pit, and Rabbit took the bait. He blinked down into the pit, but then Maggie walks towards Rabbit. The cogs will come up, but he'll die to King J. The Skyrise Mage coming in a little bit later. May not just be a bad killing. I harass him down, and then, well, hello, Chuan. Hook shots into Solo. Pick him up. Ferrari's already used his searing chains, but Solo can't escape from that. A very nice pickup, set up again by Chuan, that Rubik.
Yeah, their farm is just severely lacking at this point.
Radiant's top tower.
And Doom's gonna have a Shiva, so he can just kind of run in and Shivas and just run around with Scorcher.
Look at the jump again. Ferrari actually blink daggering himself forward, trying to just catch out one of the Vega heroes out of position. Now he soaks up that early Orchid of no one, takes no extra damage, and Rabbit gets the BKB out from Pasha. You'll get the Yule Scepter over on the Ember Spirit, but then Ferrari, the Slider Fist dodge, the Cog pushback is nice, but then you just have so much damage, so much tankability, so much survivability in IG that all of Vega's damage does nothing. Luo chases in so deep, he leveled Death down the Gyrocopter, and GG. It has been an absolute bloodbath. 54 kills in 38 minutes, but Invictus Gaming, it's felt like the last 20 minutes really belonged to them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it seemed like an outdraft to me, just because I don't even think that Luo played particularly well, and Rabbit's early game was not as good as it could have been, and still they just kind of trounced over them in the last 15 minutes of the game. Fantastic play.